Announcing the arrival of Yang Berbahagia General Tan Sri Dato' Wira Muhammad Hafizuddin bin Jantan, Chief of Army. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, announcing the arrival of Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Muhammad Khalid bin Nordin, Minister of Defence. Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good morning. Welcome and selamat datang to Gemas Range, the premier Malaysian Army firing range, to witness the Firepower Training 2024. You are now on live firing. Please do not leave your seats and do protect your ears. To seek blessings from the Almighty God, we now invite Lieutenant Colonel Sata bin Sudin to recite the Dua.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين اللهم أنت السلام ومنك السلام تباركت ربنا وتعاليت يا ذا الجلال والإكرام يا سلام سلمنا أجمعين. In the name of Allah, the Creator, the Provider and the Sustainer, You are our source of strength and wisdom. You are our eternal refuge. You are our guide and protector. You are the one, the Almighty. All praise due to Allah. May the peace and mercy of Allah be upon His Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his family, companions, and his followers. O Allah, on this blessed day, we express our utmost gratitude. With your bountiful grace and mercy, we are able to gather here for the Firepower Training 2024. Therefore, we seek your protection. Protect us, Ya Allah, from all harm, danger, and calamity. O Allah, keep us in your safety and protection, and grant us wisdom and alertness in all our actions. Bismillahilladzi la yadur ma asmihi shay'un fil ard wa la fis sama'i wa huwa as-sami'ul 'alim. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina adhaban nar. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Thank you, sir. We now invite Yang Berbahagia General Tan Sri Datuk Wira Muhammad Hafizuddin bin Jantan, Chief of Army, to deliver the welcoming speech.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahil-syafi. Bismillahil-kafi. Bismillahil-mu'afi. Bismillahil-ladzi la yadurru ma'asmihi syai'un fil ardi wala fis samai wa huwas samiul alim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asrafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Rabbi israh li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Yang berhormat Datuk Seri Muhammad Khalid bin Nordin, Minister of Defence, Malaysia. Yang bahagia Datuk Seri Isham bin Ishaq, Secretary General, Ministry of Defence. Yang bahagia Vice Admiral Datuk Zuhelmi bin Isnin, Acting Chief of Navy. Yang berusaha Dr. Muhammad Bakari bin Ismail, Deputy Secretary General for Development, Ministry of Defence. Yang bahagia Datin Zanina binti Wahab, Deputy Secretary General for Management, Ministry of Defence. Yang bahagia Lieutenant General Dato' Arman Rumaizi bin Haji Ahmad, Chief of Staff, Armed Forces Headquarters. Yang bahagia Lieutenant General Dato' Tengku Muhammad Fauzi bin Tengku Ibrahim, Deputy Chief of Army. Yang bahagia Lieutenant General Dato' Sri Haji Muhammad Nur Azlan bin Arif, RMAF, Deputy Chief of Air Force, representing the Chief of Air Force. Dato' Defence Attaches, Commanders, Senior Officers, distinguished guests, Regimental Sergeant Majors, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning. With immense pleasure and honor, I would like to welcome all of you to Gemas Range for the Firepower Training 2024. My heartfelt gratitude to Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Muhammad Khalid bin Nordin, the Minister of Defence, for allowing us to have the privilege of your presence here at the 53rd edition of this training. I would also like to extend my appreciation to each and every one of you for accepting our invitation to join us in this annual training. I must state that the firepower training is not merely a one-day showcase of capabilities, but a training exercise that spans for a good 11 days since the arrival of troops on the 3rd of August 2024. This training has been designed to include aspects of maneuver, fire support coordination, communications, logistic administration, simulating a division in offensive operation. The fundamentals are structured in line with the three focus in my order of the day, namely readiness, organization sustainability, and warrior characteristic that is achieved through the main machine method synergy. Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm reminded of a verse in the Holy Al-Quran, quoting from Surah Al-Najmi, verses 39, that states, and that there is not for man except that good for which he strives. Hence, in order to uphold and fulfill our roles and responsibilities as defenders of our nation's sovereignty, it is our revered duty to train hard, work hard, and strive for what is good, especially through this training exercise. This year, we have 204 officers and 1,950 other ranks from various units of formations, manning numerous weapon systems and vehicles with relentless commitment to enhance and refine their military skills, expand knowledge, and strengthen comradeship. The execution of this training is based on a battle scenario where a combined armed division conducts an offensive operation as part of the land component in a joint task force setup. Every segment is tailored to depict each phase of the offensive operation, ending with an indirect fire segment involving the Royal Malaysian Air Force. It is my sincere hope that everyone present here at OP3 and OP3 Alpha later we'll be able to witness and understand the lethality of a combined arms fire and the art of maneuver on the battlefield. The efficient integration, synchronization, and cohesiveness of all skill sets are applied decisively and effectively by drivers, gunners, crews, and commanders to achieve mission at hand. This is a great platform to integrate the synergy of man-machine method, where resilience, commitment, and the thirst for excellence is paramount. Yang Berhormat Dato' Sri, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to express my sincere appreciation and commendation to Yang Bangga Major General Dato' Indra Zahari bin Muhammad Arifin, General Officer Commanding of the 3rd Combined Armed Division, for an excellent and well-planned execution of this training. My sincere appreciation to all commanders, committee members, and every individual who has worked sincerely hard to ensure a successful training. All of you have portrayed a great sense of comradeship and a desire to be the best at what you are required to do. On this note, Yang Berhormat Dato' Sri, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, brace yourself, have your ear protectors on, and be ready to experience a defeating and exhilarating training here at Gemas Range. I present to you Firepower Training 2024. Sekian wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Jaga setia.
Thank you, Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri. Yang Berhormat Dato' Sri, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we begin the Firepower Training 2024 with a dynamic segment. Allow me to provide a few important aspects of the training today. This segment will simulate a divisional offensive operation accumulating the available weapon currently in the Malaysian Army inventory. It is also aimed at demonstrating the capabilities and effects of these weapons with the required safety procedures taking precedence. For information, throughout the firing, all vehicles will have flags with green, red and yellow colors signifying as following. Green flag indicates that the weapon is safe. Yellow flag will indicate stoppages or malfunction on the weapon. And red flag will indicate that the weapon is armed and ready to fire. Before we proceed any further, the targets that will be engaged from this position will be orientated. North is to your rear, and looking southward to the far ground against the skyline is the legendary Mount Ledang. All the targets are marked by numbers and will be indicated by firing and explosives. Draw Lincoln 35mm on the left will indicate the left of R at target number 1. Draw Lincoln 35mm on your right will indicate the right of arc at target number 9. The Pendekar 12.7mm will engage the axis at target number 5. While the remaining targets will be indicated by explosive with yellow smoke to identify the close ground at target number 9. Mid ground with white smoke at targets number 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 and 8. And the far ground with red smoke at target number 3 and 7. Taking up position in front of the stage now are two PT-91 and Pendeka main battle tanks in line abreast formation and Malaysian infantry fighting vehicles for the team commander to report.
Firepower Training 2024 consists of 2,600 personnel with multiple combat assets ready for action. Permission to proceed. Yang berhormat.
For your information, the commander of the combat team reporting is Lieutenant Colonel Azlan bin Zainal Abidin, commanding officer of 14th Royal Malay Regiment, Mechanized. Now, please focus on two Pendekas and two Lincoln 35mm that will engage target number 7. Please protect your ears and ready for firing. Above us in the sky, making its entrance from the rear of the grandstand, is the MD-530G. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Firepower Training 2024. Yang berhormat Datuk Seri, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to provide a general scenario of the training today. For the purpose of this training, a simulation of a counter-offensive operation against an invading enemy is conducted. The enemy face is an island country located at the northeast part of Malaysia known as Lanun Land. The situation is a continuation of a conflict between Malaysia and Lanun Land due to issues such as economic, politics and recognition by the United Nations on its island claims. The Lanun Land forces, spearheaded by the Expeditionary Force, is advancing from Mersing towards Segamat and subsequently to Gemas. Their mission is to capture Seremban and gain control of the southern region of Malaysia. The advance is preceded by a reconnaissance operation to gather information on our friendly forces. The commander of the Army Field Command West commanded the 3rd Combined Armed Division to carry out an offensive operation on the area of responsibility that has been granted. For this purpose, a battle group has been tasked to defend in vicinity of Gemas and deny enemy mission to capture Seremban. The operation is conducted through the initiation of the preliminary operations. In this operation, the decisive events that are simulated include the sabotage operations by the Para Brigade, the cavalry troop intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance operations, air operations by the Army Aviation, and the eventual battle group attack. The 3rd Division acts as the main effort of the Army with the assistance of Air Force asset to defeat the Lanu Land. Before the commencement of an operation, battle procedure is implemented. This is an essential drill that can be conducted to the time available and should not slow down the momentum of the operations. The aim of battle procedure is to save time and to ensure that battle groups and combat teams prepares for battle efficiently and is deployed for battle with maximum preparation. The Army Aviation optimizes the combined effect of the unit by ensuring that commanders and personnel involved in air reconnaissance operations are fully aware of the differences of characteristics, organization, capabilities and limitations. Detailed planning and efficient combat support is conducted to enable execution of any mission within its capabilities and remain as a vital asset to the formation commander. The Army Aviation is deployed in the preliminary phase to conduct air reconnaissance to facilitate the eventual commencement of operations. As for the artillery elements, providing continuous and effective fire support remains the highest priority in any operations. These operational requirements are well conveyed to every level of command. Preparation include allocation and demanding of ammunition for the period of operations, target distribution received from higher formation, identifying and predetermining gun position, establishing fire coordination with other available fire units. In order to ensure that the armor elements with each a major set in the battle group is ready and able to be deployed, a detailed and rigorous preparation of all system and weapon platforms are conducted, including maneuver rehearsals. The cavalry troop begins their operation with the conduct of reconnaissance operations. The armor element is then deployed well forward as a covering force for the division offensive operation. As the main effort and being the assaulting element, the mechanized infantry conducts the delivery of orders at every level to ensure the detailed mission, assessment of troop to task, operation requirements and other aspects such as command and control. The vehicle and weapon system are also ensured of its optimized function that is crucial to the success of the mission. And lastly, the Air Force elements while continuing the routine combat air patrol, plans and allocates available fighter aircraft for the purpose of close air support and other operations. The type of fighter aircraft deployed depends on the mission requirement and the air threat at any given time. Approaching from the left are the Combat Team Bravo and Combat Team Charlie, which are part of the battle group that can be combined to balance against the strength of the enemy forces. The composition of a combat team can be organized into 4 ratios, namely Tank Heavy, Mech Heavy, Solid Tank or Solid Mech. You are now witnessing the maneuver of the Combat Team Charlie, the mechanized heavy combat team with a composition of 8 MIFB and 4 PT-91 Pendekar. Meanwhile, the MD-530G takes up position on the left and right of the column to provide flank security. Following along, as you can see, is a Agusta A109 LOH. As you can see, the troops are dismounted via the ramp as a quick maneuver and reaction. When the ground permits and no anti-armored weapons are used by the enemy forces, the vehicle is capable to fight through the objective. But if the ground doesn't permit and anti-armored weapon is detected, the troops will be dismounted to clear the objective physically. During the operation, the troops will mount inside the vehicle that provides protection from enemy forces' reaction. The MIFB is originally made in South Korea. The combat weight is 13 ton and armed with a 12.7mm HMG that can reach an effective range of 1000 meter and has a maximum speed of 60 km per hour on road and 10 km per hour in swim mode. Making its entrance now are the PT-91 and Pendeka main battle tanks. Pendeka is armed with a 125mm smoothbore gun as their main armament, 7.62mm GPMG as crucial machine gun and 12.7mm anti-aircraft machine gun. These tanks have ballistic protection, high maneuverability and supported by stabilizer system. The vehicle column following after the F echelon is logistic element, which is called A echelon. The first group of this element consists A-type vehicles such as armored vehicle recovery, armored engineer vehicle, armored vehicle fitter, armored heavy recovery vehicle, and armored vehicle ambulance. Finally, B-type vehicles of echelon group of combat team consists of trucks carrying ammunition, general and technical stores, petroleum, oil and lubricants, followed after fuel buzzer and water buzzer. When the tactical situation warrants for more firepower, maneuverability, communication and high protection, the combination of these two elements, 2 platoon mechanized and 1 troop tank as a mechanized heavy combat team, are favorable to the commander. With that, we shall now commence with the training. We are now currently at the vicinity of Gemas, where the enemy targeted locality has been confirmed. Based on the intelligence report gathered, an enemy high-value target has been sighted at vicinity target number 9. As you can see now, the sniper team is moving into their high position to execute the mission. Sniper team has been deployed to eliminate the enemy high-value target at this location. This is a segment of sabotage of important targets such as air defense radar and communication system carried out behind enemy positions in order to disrupt the enemy. Preparation is made to be in stealth mode and also have a clear line of fire. Enemy high-value target has been sighted at target number 9 and 4. Please focus on target number 9. A high-value target personnel will be engaged by AX-308 7.62mm sniper anti-personnel. Now let's shift our focus on target number 4. The sniper team will destroy enemy radar assets with sniper rifle Barrett 12.7mm anti-material. Excellent shot by the snipers. For information, the sniper is a military marksman who engages target from positions of concealment or at distance exceeding the target's detection capabilities. Snipers generally have a specialized training and equipped with high precision rifles and high magnification optics, and often also serve as scout, feeding tactical information back to the units or command headquarters. In addition to long-range and high-grade marksmanship, military snipers are well trained in a variety of special operation techniques such as detection, stalking, target range estimation methods, camouflage, fieldcraft, infiltration, special reconnaissance and observation, surveillance, and target acquisition. Please focus your attention to your far right, where a section will conduct fast roping from an EC-725 to execute the mission. The spy rig was developed as a means to rapidly insert and or extract a troop from an area that doesn't permit a helicopter to land. Generally, the rope is lowered into the pickup area from a hovering helicopter before the troop can proceed to their objectives. Highly reliable intelligence provided through a detailed reconnaissance, surveillance and intelligence operation. The insertion by means of fast roping is rationalized by its speed, the small or limited space available, and able to deploy the troops at locations where aircrafts are not able to land. The troop will then move to the enemy area at vicinity target number 9 on your right to conduct a raid on enemy location. The small unit operation is storming the enemy location to neutralize the high-value target. The speed and agility of this section is highly crucial to ensure the success of this mission. A raid is conducted to clear enemy position with aggressive action to execute bold and decisive action on enemy high-value target. All personnel need to be highly skilled in close fighting combat. These highly trained personnel do not capture or hold a location but quickly retreat to a previous defended position before enemy forces can respond in the coordinated manner or formulate a counter-attack. In this scenario, enemy communications tower is to be destroyed. The section conducts a raid and successfully accomplishes the mission. The troops now will move to another location for their next mission by spy rig using EC-725. After completing the mission, the sniper team will then withdraw to be redeployed and ready to conduct another operation on orders. Meanwhile, a cavalry troop from the 2nd Regiment Royal Armor Corps is advancing as the Reconnaissance in force. Consisting of 4 AV-8x8 Gempeter 30mm and 2 AV-8x8 Gempeter anti-tank guided weapon, they are maneuvering in the caterpillar movement while conducting reconnaissance, intelligence, surveillance and target acquisition far forward in the 3rd Division deep area of operation along Mersing, Keluang, Segamat route. The armored reconnaissance troops are now under attack by enemy suppressing fire. They are now taking cover to return fire onto the enemy infantry section. The remainder of the vehicles are now also taking up position to obtain a good line of sight and line of fire. The CAF troop is performing troop fire control while identifying the enemy real location. Troop is divided into 2 teams, which is Team Alpha on the left side and Team Bravo on the right side. Now Team Alpha return fire to enemy and jockey to avoid the enemy from locating their position. Then Team Bravo will return fire while Team Alpha is taking cover. This drill is repeated in order to avoid the enemy to locate the troop current location.
Call sign 51 Alpha will be deployed for detection of
You just heard the radio communication where the troop leader makes contact with the computer surveillance to locate and identify the enemy. The armored fighting vehicle surveillance can be deployed to assist the front team or troops to make effective area surveys and battlefield analysis and enable forward plans to be made systematically relevant to the current needs. The three levels of capability in identifying entities detected by the radar system are detection, recognition, and identification. At this moment, the surveillance is called forward to locate the enemy accurately and report to the commanders.
Hello 1-1, this is 5-1 Alpha. Target confirmed. Target 5 distant 4-6 mic. Target 6 5-9 mic. Over. Hello, Oracle Sign 1-1, this is 1-1. Ready for converging fire. Team A to engage target number 5. Team B to engage target number 6. On my call. I'm on. Ready to fire. Firing now.
Enemy destroyed. Computer surveillance and cavalry troop leaving the battle position and continue their advance.
Ground, this is Vira Combine 30 seconds to target. 30 seconds to target.
Making its way from the relief, as you can see, are the MD-530G Scout attack helicopters conducting aerial observation with tactical maneuver to direct friendly artillery fire at designated targets or coordinate counter battery fire with the objective to weaken the enemy's combat capability. After confirming the target, the air observer post will direct the gunship to engage them.
Samudra, this is Vira Combine, enemy sighted. Target number 2 and number 6, clear for fire. This is Samudra, ready for fire.
Please shift your attention to the left of arc at Gemas range. Observe from on your left where another two MD-530G are conducting the nap of earth tactical flying maneuver at treetop level to achieve element of surprise. Now, with the completion of first wave of engagement, another two MD-50G are conducting battle damage assessment. The MD-530G will conduct a maneuver and take out firing position for second engagement to destroy the remaining enemy at target number 3. To impose a complete neutralization of enemy elements, here it comes, the MD Scout attack helicopters to engage target number 5. The precedence in an offensive operation is a target acquisition operation which integrates the advanced technology with the ground operations. As the eyes in the sky, satellites will be fully utilized and directed to capture a high-resolution imagery of the target of interest. The imagery later will be analyzed and processed by scanning for any potential targets. In order to ensure accuracy, the ground troops with unmanned aerial vehicles will be deployed to check and confirm the targets identified. This step is vital to ensure the accuracy of the intelligence, thus reducing any potential risks. Upon confirmation, commander will construct and execute a plan to engage the target. Each step in this process is crucial, requiring seamless coordination between our technology and personnel at its highest level. For the purpose of this training today, the guns deployed in this training depict 6 guns in the battery and 18 guns in the regiment for both the 105 and 155mm. The 105mm Pack Howitzer L5 from the Close Support Regiment is the longest serving weapon in the Malaysian Armed Forces. It began its faithful service in 1690 with the establishment of the 1st Field Artillery Regiment. It was extensively deployed during the confrontation and counter-insurgency operation and stands strong until this day as a reliable and versatile gun. The close support is placed in direct support to a brigade in any operation, which a battery to a battalion. It is located 1/3 behind the battalion and covers 2/3 forward up to 10,000 meters. As for the 155mm or medium support, the deployment is decided by the artillery commander based on the prioritization of operation and threat situation. The 155mm provides fire support up to a distance of 40 kilometers. And for the Adnan 120, Gempiter 120mm and the 81mm are organic to a battle group. In actual scenario, its deployment is based on the battle group commander's assessment, considering the terrain, threat and tasks given by higher formation. The position is at the depth of the fighting echelon. The close support is placed in direct support to a brigade in any operation, which each battery to a battalion. It is located 1/3 behind the battalion and covers 2/3 forward up to 10,000 meters. As for the 155mm or medium support, the deployment is decided by the artillery commander based on the prioritization of operation and threat situation. The 155 provides fire support up to a distance of 40 kilometers. The Adnan 120 Gempiter 120mm and the 81mm are organic to a battle group. In actual scenario, its deployment is based on the battle group commander assessment, considering the terrain, threat and tasks given by higher formation. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, based from the RSI, we have identified the enemy new main defense position in vicinity of target number 3 and 11. Assets that are in position right now includes Astros 2, Gempiter AMC 120mm, Adnan 120mm, 81mm mortars, 105mm LG Mark III, 105mm L5 Pack Howitzer, and 155mm G5 Mark III. Please protect your ears and ready for firing. After the completion of a firing mission by ground troops, a battle damage assessment or BDA will be conducted. The process begins well after the shot is fired. During the pre-assessment planning, drones with specialized sensors, high-resolution cameras, infrared scanners tailored to the mission needs collect baseline imagery, capturing every detail and target area ready for comparison after the strike. Once the strike is complete, it's time for data collection. Drones are deployed to the target area, whether operate remotely or pre-programmed with a flight path. This UAV ensure comprehensive coverage, capturing images, videos, and sensor data from every angle. The post-strike imagery is then compared with the pre-strike data. This side-by-side analysis helps identify changes and assess the full extent of the damage. Ladies and gentlemen, some information on the weapon system. The 105mm L5 back howitzer does not only perform indirect fire but also employed as a mountain gun and anti-tank role. This weapon can fire a maximum of 5 rounds per minute and maximum range up to 10,000 meters. After successful pre-H hour firing, the artillery and infantry units will move to a subsequent location in order to provide continuous fire support for the offensive operation. The establishment of a direct fire support base or DFSB is crucial to the offensive operation. During the bombardment before the H hour, the DFSB group will take up their designated firing position to conduct suppressing fire and destroy enemy armored assets and their defensive position. DFSB is a critical element in fire support planning and coordination. As the troops approach the MMDP of the enemy, continuous fire support is required throughout the rolling FUPLD. The DRSV in front of you will be divided into two sections. Section Alpha will engage targets number 6, 7 and 8, which are the enemy forward defensive area, followed by Section Bravo engaging target number 2, 3 and 4 of the enemy rear defensive area. As we can see now, the DFSB lineup consists of the following asset: Gempita Ingwe, Adnan Batashikan, Adnan AGL 40mm, Adnan 25mm, MIFV HMG 12.7mm, Lipan Bara 7.62mm, Vemtech HMG 12.7mm, Vemtech AGL 40mm, and RPG-7. Please protect your ears and ready for firing. As the tank element approaches objective, fire from Section Alpha will be shifted from the forward enemy defense position to the rear to avoid friendly fire. Once the assaulting troop approach the objective, the direct fire support base will cease firing and move to an alternate location to avoid hostile fire and provide continuous fire support. Information, the variation of weapon system at DFSB pertains to the numerous range covered and the type of target engaged. A misfire or technical malfunction can occur at any situation and is warrant for the relevant safety procedures to be executed. As you can see, the VAMTEC 12.7 is experiencing a misfire or malfunction. The immediate action is to ensure that the barrel is constantly aimed towards the target and the malfunction to be determined. In some weapon system, a contingency time is required to enable the system to be safe, and if the weapon is loaded, the safety officer will conduct checks to determine to be brought out. Now comes the MD-530G helicopters conducting covering fire to the combat team performing up to assault formation that suit best to the ground. While the combat team Bravo take up their battle position, the MD-30G helicopter will engage a column of enemy at vicinity target number 5. The covering fire will give a clean break for the combat team Bravo to take up their battle position, while the enemy will be harassed with the MD-134D minigun 7.62mm from the close air support by the light attack helicopter. Now on your far right, we can now witness that a column of combat team tank heavy passing in. At this moment, the air assets 2 MD-530G are hovering as an air observation post to provide protection for the combat team Alpha forming up. Please focus to your right, general area of target number 9, as combat team Alpha conducts maneuver to take up battle position. For your information, a battle position is an area sighted tactically from which the fighting element of the armor engages the enemy with direct fire from a well-concealed fire position. Pendeka are currently firing at the enemy tanks at target number 7, while the MIFB will be engaging target number 6 and 8. The 125mm rounds from the Pendeka can reach a maximum range of 12,000 meters and effective range of 1,000 meters. The Pendeka is also equipped with the OBRA system to detect and protect by launching smoke screen to deny enemy laser targeting system. The tank's position will be exposed when it's open fire towards the enemy target. So, after an engagement, it must quickly reverse out of its position and taking up the alternate or secondary battle position, continue the battle until the mission is achieved. The jockeying tank must get down from the battle position, move under cover and occupy the new position. When the tank is jockeying, another tank must observe the enemy and maintain the contact and protect the maneuvering tank. Combat Team Alpha is conducting a jockey at the left and right of the firing position. The Malaysian infantry fighting vehicles equipped with the 12.7mm heavy machine gun and 7.62mm general purpose machine gun, they are conducting simultaneous firing with the Pendekas for the 125mm Sputbore gun at the left of the firing position. Combat Team Alpha's mission is accomplished. Now the combat team will be jockey leave the battle position and redeployed to another location or mission based on enemy assessment. Two MD-530G are hovering as air observation posts to provide the protection for the combat Team Alpha jockeying out movement. At the same time, the MD-530G helicopter is conducting a support operation to assist the ground troop to execute their maneuver and provide fire support when needed. Upon completion of the mission, the MD-530G is currently approaching the range to destroy the enemy on target number 3 with the FZ rocket. Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the training today signifies the integration of various weapon systems and capabilities in a joint operation spectrum. It is achieved through a rigorous and detailed appreciation process at all levels of command to ensure a feasible, acceptable, suitable and distributable plan that achieves the higher command intent. In this scenario, the plan emphasized on the approach of a maneuver warfare to halt the enemy advance and deny their intent. Maneuver warfare is a key concept influencing the way the Malaysian Armed Forces conduct operations. The maneuver approach to warfare emphasizes the shattering or at least disruption of the enemy's overall cohesion and will to fight rather than concentrating on destruction of the enemy's material or holding the enemy territory. The maneuvering approach also emphasizes the need to take the initiative and to apply unacceptable pressure at times and places in any ways the enemy least expects. To apply this approach successfully, the focus is on achieving the precise application of decisive effort incorporating use of surprise where possible against accurately identified critical vulnerabilities. In this application of maneuver warfare concepts today, we have witnessed how various assets are employed in this optimized capacity to impose significant damage and further negate the will to fight of the hostile forces. The ability to break their cohesion is achieved through the effective coordination of fire and their continuous offensive momentum applied throughout the operations. The training has provided a clear picture of the mechanism of a division in attack, focusing on the combat team in both tank heavy and mag heavy groups, while being spotted by support weapons, namely the mortars and artillery, and further augmented by the Royal Malaysian Air Force. Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we have witnessed the destructive firepower of individual weapon system. Let us now experience the combined, deafening and disastrous impact of all the weapon system in this training. Ending our segment today is the thunderous impact of firing by the Pendeka 125mm, Gempita 30mm, Gempita 25mm, Gempita Ingwe, Adnan Batashikan, Adnan 25mm, Lipan Bara 7.62mm, ULB Astros G5 155mm, LG 105mm, or Lincoln 35mm. Allow me to remind you that this would be a truly deafening moment. Please protect your ears and ready for firing. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, now the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A precise and thunderous hit on the targets. Precision, agility, passion, commitment, and firepower. You have seen it all. Once again, let's give the man of Firepower Training 2024 a great round of applause. Well done. Yang berhormat Datuk Seri, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the firing marks the end of the dynamic segment of Firepower Training 2024. We sincerely hope that today has provided valuable knowledge on firepower in the combat zone. It has given all of us a glimpse of the immense destruction caused by such a might of fire. With that, wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.